All right, guys. Sanchir, welcome back to another episode on the Bodybuilding News Network. Now, today we're going to do something a little different. I've got my chicken here with my sugar-free barbecue sauce. I got my, if you didn't see the most recent Marks Max Muscle interview, Two Bros, One Pod, we talked about boobly or bubble, the sparkling water, the flavored sparkling water, carbonated water. So I went out and picked up like 2 packs of this sparkling ice stuff. It's 5 calories, and it's been an absolute saver for me coming into this prep. We're like 9 weeks out. I'm dropping like 2-3 pounds a week, so it's been a big saver for me, along with protein shakes throughout the day. And yeah, I've got everything right here, and then also coffee throughout the day as well. So side note, but what we're going to do today for this video is I'm going to be eating my chicken. Obviously, I'm not going to be chewing in the microphone. That's obnoxious, but we're going to kind of go through a Bodybuilding Today episode, but it's going to be a little bit more free, a little bit more loose. I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions. It's not going to be heavily edited, so if you guys enjoy this type of video, I'm actually going to break it up into 2 different videos, so you guys will have a double feature today. And then coming into this Memorial Day, no, Labor Day, into this Labor Day weekend, you guys are going to get a lot of content. I have so many interviews lined up for you, and actually some big names are going to be coming on the show, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and start off. I have like 30 tabs open. I look like a hoarder on Instagram. Let's go ahead in the browser. There's so many tabs. But let's go ahead and start off with Patrick Moore. So Patrick Moore, he won the Cali Pro in 2021. So that is what qualified him for this year's 2021 Olympia in October. He's still rocking that the future, the new blood tags. That's kind of like his slogan coming in to really blowing up in the open class here, the IFBB. He's getting ready for the Olympia. He's sharing some physique updates from the same gym that Derek Lunsford also trains in. And let me know in the comment sections below who else also trains there. I think I've seen Logan Franklin there as well, but I'm not really sure. But let me know what gym that is, just so I can make sure I'm following it on the Instagrams. But overall, Patrick Moore is a very impressive bodybuilder. His ligaments, his structure is very interesting. It's very unique. And I know a lot of people give some, what do you want to call it, criticisms. I'll actually share the screen real quick, first on this channel. But I'll share the screen for you so we can see what I'm talking about. And this is going to help me save a lot of time with editing. So I hope you guys understand. But when we're looking at someone like a Patrick Moore, I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to talk about, because I actually got this post from yesterday. Not this specific post we're looking at, but the idea to talk about him yesterday. I was thinking about what parts of his physique I don't like, and then what parts I do like. When you think about when a judge is looking at him, what is a judge looking at? What is a judge praising and critiquing the athlete for? That's what judging is all about. But when I'm looking at Patrick Moore, I love that he has his small midsection. That's one of his biggest and greatest, actually smallest features, but it's one of his greater in terms of renown and praise. He has a small midsection. He has great arms, and he has fantastic legs. The thing that I think he gets knocked for, and I'll see if I can find a better picture, is when you look at him from the front. I don't know if he even posts them, just because maybe this is actually like a well-known critique. I'm not sure. But when you're looking at Patrick Moore from the front, he's very leg dominant. So just looking at the quads, although maybe they could grow a little bit more to keep up with that upper body, he has a very impressive upper body. In the midsection, we talked about the midsection. I just think that he needs some improvement in the legs, especially when you're looking at these front shots. From the back shots, I haven't really done too much research looking into these back shots. But when we're looking at it, the upper body is very impressive. And I think the lower body even, it's comparable. So I would say that if anything, the lower body needs to come up a little bit. And then I know the video doesn't always it's not always the tail of the tape. When you're in person, there's a lot more going on that the judges see that we don't from our desktops. Xavier plug. I love that. Like, it's just such a good name. Desktop bodybuilding. It's such a good name. It's so easy to plug. It's just fun. Xavier's actually coming on the show, so stay tuned for that as well. We're gonna have an interview with him. Have a lot of fun. But overall, very interested to see how Patrick Moore is going to be showing up at this Olympia. You know, this isn't his first time around, so we expect to probably see the same level of conditioning, hopefully. And hopefully we can see at least, 5 or 10 pounds of new muscle on his physique coming into the Mr. Olympia. Next up is Hadi Choopan. So we just had Hadi Choopan on, I think it was either the last or a couple episodes ago. And if you remember from, I believe it was last year's Mr. Olympia, we had a lot of issues with figuring out if he was going to be able to actually get to the Mr. Olympia. With the visa and the travel restrictions, a lot of people didn't think he was going to make it. So he didn't make it into a lot of people's prediction videos. I had him showing up. I thought he was going to be there. I thought he was going to be in that top 4. He did that. He came proper, looked fantastic. And he's going to be one of those favorites to crack into that, I think. And you can hold me to this. This is my opinion. I think that Hadi Choopan is going to place in the top 3 this year. We don't have someone like a Phil, and then Brandon doesn't have that Mr. Olympia favoritism where the judges have to put him into second. That was my thought. I wasn't impressed with what he had compared to some of the other athletes. Let's word it that way. I'm not trying to be a dick. But I don't think Brandon's going to be in that top 2, top 3. William Bonac, they kind of pushed him back into 5th, I think it was last year. And then you have someone like an Akeem Williams who's creeping up behind him in 6th. So the top 3, top 4 is going to get very, very interesting at this year's Olympia. But I think that Hadi has made improvements, or at least I'm hoping, just looking at some of the footage we've seen throughout the season, I think that he's made the improvements for him to crack into that top 3 at this year's Mr. Olympia. I'm going to move the camera over just a little bit. Here we go. There, that's better. There. So you guys don't need to have to look at my hoarding of supplements. but overall, I look forward to seeing him at the Olympia. And another bite of chicken. Next up is Iain Valliere. Now, Iain, we've talked about him a lot on the channel. I try to put in as much of a positive light as I can because he is such an impressive bodybuilder. He's won 2 shows this year coming into the Arnold Classic, probably one of the most hyped athletes coming into the Arnold, at least in the Olympia. People are hoping to see him in that first call out. We'll get to that closer to the Olympia. But looking at his most recent physique updates, looks like Buys and Tries reposted it. But it's just kind of like a side shot. And when we think about Iain, when we think about Iain Valliere, the side shots are his best shots. The front shots, I would be more impressed, although it doesn't matter if I impress Iain, but I would be more interested to see him posting progress photos, front doubles and back doubles, front lats and back lats. Because when I look at bodybuilding, that's how I judge a show. I don't judge a show based on the side shots. And especially in Iain's situation, those are his best shots. We don't need to see more physique updates from the side. We already know those are your best shots. But, some even like a lot of competitors do it. So I'm not just outing him, but a lot of people have him potentially pushing that top 3, top 2 at the Arnold Classic. I think it's a bold prediction, but the hype is there. The judges have seen what they need to see. So from in person, you're able to see a lot more on the physique. You're able to see I think what Iain was talking about on Fuad's show was like the detail in the skin. And then that's supposed to help you see like the separation, the striations, the density, that 3D factor of the muscle that we hear from the desktop side of bodybuilding. We don't see when we're looking at the live streams and even the photos, we don't see that. So another tangent I'm going to get on real quick is I think that it's interesting that they're making this conversation now, whereas competitive bodybuilding has been around for half a millennium and no one's ever said like, oh, well, people have said you need to be there to see it. Like when you're thinking about someone like Dorian, but you could still see the separation. You could still see the striations. You could still be like, yeah, that guy clearly won that show. So I don't understand why it's only for Iain's situation and his physique that we have to only judge in person. It seems, I'm not going to say favoritism, because I actually really like Iain. I think he's very personable and entertaining and fun. I just don't like how people online are getting roasted for their comparison critiques and criticisms of a professional athlete when we're looking at the video, we're looking at the photos, he's losing a lot of shots to competitors that and no knock to Phil Klahar, but he was losing a lot of shots to Phil, and Phil placed, I think it was like 9th in Tampa. So somebody who's won 2 shows this year, getting beat out on several shots to somebody who can place either between a 2nd place and a 9th place within a 3-month span. It makes a conversation. It brings up a topic that needs to be addressed, and that's, why is this a thing that you can't judge, you can't critique somebody online anymore, especially if it's Iain, because for this specific athlete, you can only critique them in person. That's my tangent. Let me know down below how you guys are feeling about that, because I don't understand. I'm still relatively new to bodybuilding as a fan, especially when we start talking about like a commentator and a journalist. I'm still new with that. So please let me know how you guys are feeling about that. What's your thoughts? Have you heard of a conversation like this before? Let me know down below. Number 3. Oh yeah, this is the best idea ever. I can eat stress-free, do the video, do the edits where I need to. This is the new era of bodybuilding. But in the next one, I want to talk about Maxx Charles. Obviously, Maxx Charles, 3-time Olympian. He won the Romania Pro in 2018, Arnold Classic 3rd place in 2017, and he also won the Tampa Pro in 2015. He's also been a repeat first call out competitor at some of the topper echelons, 1st and 2nd echelons pro shows. He's been in the top 3 in a lot of prejudging and finals and during the award ceremonies. So he's a fantastic bodybuilder. But I thought it was kind of cool. Again, I'll share the screen for you so you can see what I'm talking about. He shared a video here talking about his rear delts and how that he has I'm not going to read it to you because you're not children. You're not children, people. Wake up. But he's saying that he has some of the best rear delts in bodybuilding. And when I before I even read the description, I was like, man, those look doctored. Those look jimmied. Those are some Hadi Choopan delts, if you know what I mean. But I mean, honestly, I don't know. It could be all natty, brah. Well, relatively speaking, all natty. It does not look normal. Those look doctored, but I'm not going to say that they are, because I know that Maxx Charles is a freak and his proportions are freaky. So I'm not sure, guys. What do you guys how there we go, words are hard. How are you guys feeling about Maxx Charles with these rear delts? Do those look suspect? Have they always been this big, or am I just kind of getting into the fold of Maxx Charles's crazy rear delts? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on Maxx Charles's rear delts. Another competitor, we have Florian Poirson. I'm never gonna get his name right. These names are crazy for me. But we saw him. When was the last time we saw him? He was prepping for one of the European shows, and then he didn't show up, the way he wanted, which was unfortunate. I guess he didn't actually post the stage shots, but I have some shots. I'll share the screen again for you. I have some shots here of his last showing at the Two Bros Pro, so the British Grand Prix. I thought, for some reason, I feel like he wasn't able to compete for some reason, like a stomach issue. But overall, him and his team with, I think it's Patrick Tour, he wasn't too thrilled with how he showed up. I think he said he was small. Obviously, I don't speak French, I'm assuming. Yeah, Patrick Tour. So then he took some time off. It looks like, just reading this most recent photo, again, it's in French, but I guess he had a shoulder injury that he was dealing with. So he went and had shoulder surgery around 6 months ago. So that is interesting to hear. I'm always happy to hear when people actually take the advice of the doctors and the professionals and actually get the surgeries instead of doing physical therapy like idiots. And then you're dealing with issues like this for the rest of your life. So kudos to him, Patrick Tour, that whole team over there on fixing that shoulder. I expect to see him showing back up to another top tier pro show. And hopefully we get to see a non-injured version of Florian next year in 2022. And we're going to do a double bite this time. Man, eating chicken and trying to talk, I'm salivating so much, it's ridiculous. So it looks like Choli, or Bodybuilder Chul, he has a fan page called International Bodybuilder Chul. So that's kind of cool. They do some posts a little bit more, I don't want to say personal, but it looks like they're snippeting things out from either his storyline, or he finds stuff from other people posting and consolidates them. So that's really cool. So shout out to International _Bodybuilder Chul. But Choli, obviously, getting ready for the 2021 Arnold Classic in Ohio. 3 weeks out. It's coming up, guys. It's very close. And the thing is, I love this guy's physique. He is so aesthetic. If you slow down your talking, you can enunciate. And enunciating is important. But when we're looking at his physique, I love his physique. He's big, he's wide, he has a small midsection, very reminiscent of Maxx Charles, just maybe not as built, but then also he has good legs. But when we're looking at some of these pictures and videos, again, I'll share the screen for you. When we're looking at these videos, I'm just a little worried that although this is, who knows how recent this is. It says that it's recent. And obviously you can think by them posting it today, September 3rd, that this is a recent video. I'm worried about his conditioning. And the thing is, like, if he's working with Flex over at Flex's gym in Vegas, you would think that he has the best trainers, the best training partners. It looks like he has a videographer there. So you would think that with all this additional assistance, this external support, that he'd be able to dial it in. But I think that the tail of the tape here for this for Flex Lewis's gym is people just aren't coming in conditioned as much as we'd really want them to. You look at someone like perfect example, Hassan Mustafa, Chul Lee standing side by side with Flex Lewis in the middle. Both of them have really struggled to bring the conditioning that will be rewarded with a win. I'm trying to be as positive as I can in these videos, because I notice that sometimes I don't give the praises, but I give the critiques, and I don't want that to come across as negative, because if you watch this video and you take away negative connotations on these athletes, that's not my intent of these videos. My intent is to give praise to these fantastic athletes, these great men and women that have dedicated their lives to entertaining us, essentially, with their physiques. I want to give that highlight. I want to give that praise, and I want them to grow as well as this channel grow together. I don't want you guys to walk away from a video, especially one that I've made, with a negative connotation on these athletes. So always remember, use some critical thinking. Think about how I say something, and then process it in your head to be like, okay, what is he trying to say here? Even if I say it 3 or 4 times in a row, and y'all roasted me in the comment sections for that, but I just appreciate it. I want you guys to understand that I love these athletes, and I really want them to succeed and bring the best versions of themselves to the stage. So that is my intent. I think this video is probably over 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Shoot, I might even make 3 videos today. That'll do it for another episode on the Bodybuilding News Network, specifically an episode of Bodybuilding Today. I'm your host, Sanch. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment sections below what you took away from this video. If there's anything beneficial or entertaining or informative, I'd love to know. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the chicken. I haven't finished my chicken yet, so maybe I'll just roll right into another video. But if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, if you guys have any supplement recommendations, let me know. I'd love to try them out with my personal channel, Sanch Bodybuilding. We at least we used to before this channel started blowing up. We've been busy making content for you guys over here, but on my personal channel, Sanch_bodybuilding, we do a lot of workout videos of me. So if you want to see workout videos of me, head over there. We do a series called Post-Workout Rant, where I'll talk before workout, and then I'll show you guys the footage, and then afterwards I'll talk in the car of a post-workout rant. I'll find something to talk about, either informative or rantish, and we do that as well as an ungodly amount of pre-workout reviews and protein reviews as well. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. We're really close to monetization on that channel, so if we could get both channels, if we could get both channels monetized, we could do some pretty cool giveaways. And then also, if you guys are still watching, since this channel has monetized, I want to know what you guys want to do for a giveaway. Do you guys want supplements? Do you guys want like a wrist wrap? Do you guys want like a weightlifting belt? Or like what are you guys thinking? Because like maybe I could even do like a custom weightlifting belt, and it'd have like Bodybuilding News Network on it, and we could do a giveaway when we hit 2,000 subs, or when we hit I don't know. I think we're almost at like $200 made for the channel, which is crazy. So I could put all that money into like a really cool belt, and then we could do a giveaway. Let me know down below what you guys are thinking. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say I'm gonna give you guys a car. I'm actually gonna do this. So let me know down below. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.